Yes, it's me, Market Vendor here again today. Well, listen, today I want to talk about this G.I.S. story and the young lady that was in solitary confinement without any clothes, and the minister's press conference, and the minister's apology to the family, the people of Barbados, and the minister saying that this is not going to happen again. Now, minister, there's a hard one for you to deal with. I know that, because I know that left to you, them kinds of things would not be happening, but it did happen. And apparently it's a practice that's been going on for a very long time. He says it will no longer happen. I think it's refreshing to hear a minister of government come and apologize, even if it is something that he is not responsible for, but because it falls under his portfolio, is willing to take it on the chest and be a big man and say to the people, we have made a mistake here and we need to correct it. Well done, minister. I know it is not the kind of thing you want kudos for, but I can give them nonetheless. Because you know, Market God get criticism, you can give it to us well. Now, as to the operations, though, of this G.I.S. Now, when I hear about G.I.S., I thought I talking about the Government Information Service, to tell you the truth. But it's really the Government Industrial School. And they got that up there so for boys, and they got it for girls too as well. Now, when I see this story, but I didn't actually see the photograph, and I don't need to see it, don't want to see it neither. But the idea that a troubled 14-year-old would be put in solitary confinement and would be in there naked and without anything to sleep on and so on, I find that really difficult to swallow. So I don't know what the UN, what the UN human rights record is and what the rights of the child say, and perhaps I ought to familiarize myself with it. But in this day and age, I was only a market vendor, but there got to be a better way to deal with troubled children. No, I didn't really get in trouble because I used to get me backside rich. So if I miss and step out of line, spare the rod, spoil the child. That's the era that I come up in. You understand? And I survive it. No, you see me, market vendor. The idea that a child would be put in solitary confinement naked on a concrete floor, that's something that somehow, no matter how I try to wrap my head around it, in this age of 2021, that there got to be a better way. Now, I ain't going to tell you that market know what the better way is. But I would only like to make a few suggestions. If there are concerns about safety, as indeed there might be, and therefore that would explain why somebody would be put in solitary, I believe that modern technology provides some of the answers. You can monitor somebody. You can have different forms of electronic communication. Cameras, for example, could allow you to monitor a particular situation and make sure that that person is not going to injure themselves. You also have to have psychological testing. You got to have counselors too as well. It can't be just putting somebody in solitary. I'm not saying that's what was done. I'm just saying it can't be that. You understand where market coming from? The investigations will reveal what really went on. But cameras for Kadir, microphones, Kadir, that's standard things. I hope that you all have cameras all over that place in any event where you can monitor activities and monitor behavior. So if you had cameras in there would be no need perhaps to leave somebody, scantily clad or not clad at all. Now, there might be reasons for it, and I'm sure I understand, and I believe I know what the reasons is. See me, market vendor? It's 2021. That's only the kind of stuff that would happen, in faraway places. That's only the kind of treatment that you get with prisoners of war, and people who ain't cooperating and so on. It seemed a little harsh, to tell you the truth. That to think that a young person, however problematic and troublesome, or that person may seem to be, or may in fact be, that they would be stripped of clothing and put in naked inside a cell? No, Kadir. That can't be human rights. So when I hear advocates who are human rights advocates and child advocates speaking, I really will have to stand up and listen in future. I was only a market vendor. But we're making the first steps. By bringing it to the public attention, by exposing it, we now can correct it. So, Minister, over to you, over to the new board. Congratulations to those who've been appointed. I hope you all will get down to business and do a good job and make sure that this is never repeated in Little Barbados. Market gone for now. You have a blessed and a wonderful day. You hear? Oh, Lord.